Hello, welcome back to the channel. I'm Emma and today I'm bringing you a standing Pilates routine that you can basically do anywhere, in a small space, in the office, at home, on your lunch break, wherever it may be. You don't even need a mat for this one. So when you're ready, get a little bit of space and let's get ready to go. If we haven't met before, by the way, as I said, I'm Emma and I have my guide dog at the side, Archie, who might join us. You might hear him kind of pitter-pattering around, but I have him because I am registered severely sight impaired, otherwise known as blind. So I try to audio describe my videos in as much detail as possible so that other fellow blind people or anyone that wants to take a screen break can easily follow along. And we very much connect to all our senses in these classes, so not just about sight. Let's feel, let's hear, let me stop talking, let's get ready to go. So we're gonna stand nice and tall with our feet about a fist distance apart. So you can always check and have your toes facing forwards and lift as tall as you possibly can. We'll take a nice deep breath in, and this might be the first chance you've had a chance to, in your day, take that deep breath in. So a nice inhale through the nose. And as you breathe out, as you let go, maybe let your eyes soften or just close the eyes completely. And just settle into the space. And as the eyes close, just maybe tune in a little bit more to your other senses, maybe the sounds around you, the temperature of the room, maybe how you're feeling. You can have a little scan of the body from the feet all the way up to the head. Maybe you can stand a little bit taller. You might want to have a little rock through the feet and just check where the weight feels nice and equal through the feet. Swaying from your right foot to your left foot. Maybe shifting the weight forwards, feeling your heels lift away from the mat. Shifting the weight back, feeling all 10 toes lifting away. And then grounding the feet all the way down. Giving your shoulders a big squeeze up to the ears as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, roll them down your back and feel any tension melt away as the arms go even heavier, like ragdoll arms. We go again, a big squeeze of the shoulders all the way up to the ears. And then roll them down your back as you breathe out. Let the shoulders stay away from your ears, sliding down towards your heels. Taking that deep breath in again. And this time on your exhale, feel your abdominals pulling away from your clothing. Feel this sense of a belt or corset wrapping around your waist. And as you take your next inhale, let's come into our Pilates breathing. And let's breathe wide and full into our rib cage instead. Keeping that strong center to support the back. Good. On your next exhale, nod your chin to the chest for me, like you've got a tennis ball underneath your chin. So we're not just dropping the head forwards, we're trying to round like we're tucking that tennis ball underneath. And then we're going to continue to roll down in the upper back, roll up and over the legs, the middle back, the lower. And as you peel down, you don't want to hinge your hips back. So can you root your feet to the floor? Even if your knees need to bend as you reach for your toes, that's okay. And then slowly roll up from the lower back, sending your tailbone towards the heels and middle back. The upper will stand nice and tall. And ever so slightly look up, lifting your arms up by the sides of your ears, reaching for the ceiling. Energy into those arms like you're pushing through water, that light resistance. We'll dive forwards again. So imagine peeling off of a sticky wall. Abs are pulling in as we go up and over. And as you roll down, I just want you to really tune into how the spine is moving. We're not rocking back into those heels. Good. We slowly come up, lift those arms, slightly look up. Good. This time we're looking straight ahead. We're going to interlace the hands behind the head, let the thumbs run down the back of the neck. If this is not comfortable, you can always place your hands at the side of your temples, or just change to a position that feels good for you. But we're going to do that same roll down, but now you're going to feel a little bit more stretch, a little bit more weight, or stretch rather, as you use the weight of the arms through the back of the neck. So we nod the chin to the chest. We slowly start to roll down, and you're feeling the weight of the arms as the elbows start to not cave in, but kind of come in. And we're only going down a little bit this time. And then we're slowly rolling back up. And as we come up, think about opening the chest, opening the elbows, bending your upper back over something, but not arching through the lower back. We're going in, slowly nodding the chin. Elbows come in, we roll down just a little bit. And then slowly start to come up, opening through the chest, through the upper back. Good, and then just standing nice and tall. We're thinking about really lengthening the spine as we go up and over. Root those feet into the floor as you tip up and over to the side. And then breathe out to pull you back up. We go again, think about lengthening up, crown of the head to the ceiling. Keep pushing up as you tip over to the side, feeling that stretch. And then come back up. And we go again, up and over to the other side. Root those feet into the floor. Really nice for the spine to move in all these different directions. And then we slowly come up. And then we go up and over to the other side. Root those feet down. And then pulling up. Now a little rotation, so when you're ready, really pushing the head into the back of the hands. We're going to take a little twist to the side. And then we come back to the center. And then we go to the other side, carry on with that. I'm like squashing my glasses down. I've kept my cap on today because it helps me with the light. But I'm squashing my glasses with my cap onto my nose. Anyway, one more time each side. Lower body isn't moving, this is just the upper body. We come back to center and we go to the other side. Bring it back to center. We're going to put that into a little routine now. So when you're ready, we're going to nod the chin to the chest. Slowly start to peel down just about halfway, not even that. We slowly roll up. We come into that lovely extension. We open through the chest, open through the elbows. We lift nice and tall. We start to tip up and over to the side. Grounding into the feet. We come back up. And we tip up and over to the other side. We come all the way back to center. We keep growing through the spine as we twist from the waist up to the side. We come back to center, slightly looking over your shoulder or feeling like you are, go to the other side. Come back to center, we're gonna go again. We slowly nod the chin. We feel the weight of the arms drawing the head down. We slowly start to roll up. We come into that little extension. We're opening out through the chest. We lift nice and tall and we tip up and over to the side. We come back up. We're anchoring those feet down to the floor as we go up and over to the other side. We lift nice and tall and we're going to twist. A little rotation. Back to center. Twisting to the other side. All the way back to center, and then we let the arms release. Good, lifting nice and tall, grounding the feet into the mat. We're going to place the hands on the hips, and we're going to roll those shoulders all the way down our back. Now from here, imagine you're standing against a wall, so your hips can't push back anymore, and you're going to see if you can fold your upper body, slightly softening the knees, but not bending too much, and see if you can fold from the hips forwards to a flat back, trying not to let the shoulders round forwards, and then we come all the way up. So this is really good for our back. Often we want to curve as we go forwards. So only go as far as you feel you can. Try not to push those hips back. We're folding. You might feel a nice stretch around the back of the legs as well. And then we come all the way back up to standing. Just do this a couple more times. Again, like I said, it might be that you don't go very far, and I can't go very far without feeling like my back is going to curve and my shoulders. And lift back up nice and tall. And then try that one last time again. How flat can you keep your back? Even try this against the wall, because you'll feel that your hips sneakily want to push back. And then we come back up to a nice tall position. Good, we're going to come back to that in a moment in a kind of different position. But for now, we're going to have our arms back by our side. And we're going to sit back into an invisible chair. So we're going to swing our arms forwards at about shoulder height, maybe a little lower, as we push our hips back into this invisible chair. And then we're going to come up. And as we come up, if you want a little balance challenge, you're going to lift your heels, rise up onto the balls of the feet. We go again, we lower the heels, we slowly sit back. How far can you push those hips back behind you? And then you slowly come up. I'm on a really padded mat. I'm not going to lift my heels because it just makes me feel really wobbly. So you might want to come off of your mat if you're finding that it's hard to balance. And come back up. Now I want you to add power into those arms as well. So we're pushing through that imaginary water as we sit and come up. And as we go forwards, we don't want to push our knees forwards, we want to hinge right back, but we also don't want to curve the upper back. So can we think about what we were just thinking about, keeping that back nice and straight. Now if you want to add an extra layer to this, you're going to, sorry, I'm trying to find the middle of the mat. We're going to sit back into the squat. In your squat, you're going to lift your heels, lower your heels, then you come up and you do the same heel raise again. We come down, we sit down into our squat. We lift the heels, we lower the heels, slowly push back up again, lifting the heels if you want to. So carry on with that. As you do this, again, I want that power and I want you to really feel the glutes working as well. So this is just not you easily sitting down, coming back up. I want that power through the arms, power that you're feeling through the legs, you're pushing through the feet. I really want you to feel like every part of your body is having to work to bring you into these squats and then come back up. And let's just do that a couple more times. Maybe adding those heel raises. And on the last one, we're going to hold it here. Now you're going to bring your hands together into press, the energy through those hands. And we're going to take a standing cat stretch. So we're going to tuck the pelvis and the tailbone, the pelvis, the chest, the head under. That you're curving your spine back to the back of the room. And then you're going to lift your chest, lift your tailbone. Go again. Now if you need some support, you can rest your hands on your legs. Come up a little bit more so you're not bending as much and do a nice supported standing cat stretch. But otherwise, you're sitting back in your squat and you're moving your spine in and out of a nice arch. And then this lovely extension, really feeling those legs. Now, if you really want to challenge yourself, you can also lift those heels. Let's go 4. And extending all the way out. And let's go 3. And extending out. And let's go 2. And extend. Last one, really scoop, pull those abs in. Extend. And then fold over the legs, reach for your feet. Okay, so we're still kind of in a half standing position here, but we're going to come down onto one knee. If you need extra padding, that's okay, just pad up the mat. And if you need to be close to a wall or something where you can hold on, that's okay. So we're going to ground our right foot in front of us so that the sole of the foot is planted into the floor and the ankle is directly underneath the knee in this lovely right angle. You're going to tuck your pelvis under so you're not just sinking into your back. And your back leg, the knee is underneath your hip and the top of your foot is pressing into your toes are tucked under, pressing into the floor. So you're getting this lovely stretch through the hips maybe. You might not feel it too much, but maybe a little bit. Hands are going to go back onto the hips again. And we're going to see if we can do that fold like we did in standing. So we're going to see if we can fold the body, keeping our back nice and flat as we fold towards that front leg. And then we're going to come all the way up. We are going to add more to this. We're going to fold forwards and come back up. Sorry, I'm holding the wall for balance. Good. If you want to add a bit more, we're going to fold forwards, flat back. You then place one hand either side of that front leg. Try to keep your back as flat as you can. Back toes are tucked under. You're going to lift that knee up, deepening that stretch, feeling this lovely opening through the hips. The knee then lowers back down to the floor. Hands come back onto the hips, and you use the upper back, the abs, to pull you back up. So we go again. We're folding forwards. We then place the hands either side of that front leg. You lift the back knee, you're finding that lovely length through the leg. You place the knee back down to the floor. Hands come back onto the hips, and then you come up. Final layer if you want to add a little bit more. Foot is grounded. We do our fold. We place the hands to the floor. Back toes are tucked under. We lift that back knee. Lower the back knee to the floor. Hands go onto the hips and we slowly lift up. Now from there, we're going to press into the front foot and the back toes, come up to a standing position. Slowly bend the knees, come back down. We repeat again. Okay, so I'll talk you through it. We're going to fold forwards. Hands are on the hips. Try to keep a flat back as the hands frame that front foot. You lift the back knee, feel that lovely opening through the hip. Back knee lowers to the floor, hands go on the hips. You lift yourself up. You straighten through the legs, come up to standing. And then we lower back down. Good, let's switch legs. So we're gonna bring it onto the other leg. So we're gonna step the other foot in front. Sole of the foot is down, ankle underneath the knee. Thigh is parallel to the ceiling. Tuck the pelvis under as now the right back leg is underneath the hip. Hands on the hips. We're trying to fold forwards. How much can you keep your back flat? So you're not arching your back, pushing forwards. You're not rounding your shoulders. How flat can you keep that back? And then we slowly come back up. Now you want to stay maybe with this for a little bit longer or start to add that little bit more. Hands come down to the floor, tuck the back toes under, lift that back knee, come up. Drop the back knee to the floor, hands go back onto the hips. We slowly lift up. Maybe you're adding that little rise up through the legs as well, stand tall. Slowly lower to the floor. Maybe you're breaking it down for a little bit longer. Completely up to you, but you're trying to do this with as much control as you possibly can. Carry on with that just for a couple more times. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Each time, can you be even more steady as you move? Good. And then when you're ready for the last one, lift up nice and tall. Hands on the hips. The back leg, you're going to push into the toes and you're going to step forwards, coming up to standing. Lifting all the way back up. Good. When you're ready, standing just where we started, feet grounding into the floor. We're going to take a couple of roll downs just to reset. As you exhale, nod the chin to the chest, start to slowly roll up and over the legs. Down towards the mat. Maybe you feel a little stretch through the backs of the legs. You can stay here a little longer. I hope you can hear me because my microphone is kind of falling around. And then slowly come back up. You can always lift your arms as you come up, find that nice stretch. Maybe rise up through the heels. Do this one last time. We're going to let the arms come down. We're going to start to dive forwards, up and over the legs. Feel that little stretch. Slowly come all the way up, lift the arms. Maybe lift the heels. And then let the hands come all the way down by your side. Closing down the eyes if you want to. Letting your imaginary corset around your waist relax. As you come back to the breathing we did right at the start, nice free breathing. Having a little scan of the body, just noticing how you're feeling. Hopefully a positive difference. And you can always come back to this routine, adding maybe wrist weights, ankle weights, something else to challenge you, just seeing if you can do it with a little bit more control each time. Let's take one more deep breath in. Breathing out. And you are done. A nice routine that hopefully you can do in a small space or just on your lunch break, where you don't even necessarily need a mat. But I hope you enjoyed it anyway. Oh, you're joining me now, are you? No, it's not. But yeah, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day anyway, and I'll see you next time for another one. Take care. Bye.